Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you guys this new familiar we got on Korean server. Actually his banner is almost leaving, but I think it's quite important to tell about him, because this tell a little bit the state of the game in the future updates also. Because they call this familiar in Korean is like Nungoma. Nun is like snow. Gon is like a bear, so like a snow bear, something like this. That's how they call him. Nungoma, let's call him like this. And this familiar, I feel like he's very specific, to be sincere. He performs very well on the crossfield and is very defensive familiar. Later I'll tell guys in detail about his abilities. But first, I think you guys should know about the crossfield. Crossfield was a system where they implemented on around October. So it's a system like they get like 4 servers together. So if you have some friends in different servers, you can actually meet there. And they have some areas that is peace, and the others are you can kill other players freely without any consequence. And that's the tricky part. This part, the monsters are quite easy to beat, but you get less rewards killing them. But if you go to these areas here, that's the place there you can kill other players, you get better prize. So it's very tricky. You can make parties with your friends, and if you go to these areas and you are a very competitive server, I highly suggest you to go with friends and farm together. Also, there's a boss there. Let's enter here. I'll show you guys. So this is the crossfield. I did another video about it, but now I play a longer time, I got to know more things. So there is this boss that appear here. He give a very good drop. That's this material here. Later I'll tell in detail what's this material, but you guys can have an idea what he drops. So another thing, that every day you get 30 minutes you can stay longer. So in total per week you can stay 3 hours and 30 minutes grinding the monsters here. Of course, you can use this and you can add some minutes. Let me see if you can access the shop. Here's the shop of the crossfield. So you get this by killing the monsters, this crystal here. So you can buy more time to stay inside the crossfield. Also, there's a special Tetris from crossfield. Also is very good. And you can buy dark magic crystal here also. 40. You can buy this one. That's very useful. But this only if you get more tiers. For example, I'm just tier 1. But you can in the tier 2 you have access to better things, and tier 4. I bought a red dark magic crystal from my tier, so you can have access to more. Of course, quite expensive, but higher tiers, better drop, better upgrades. So that's how the system works. So how you get to the higher tiers, right? It's not just killing the monsters. We can check here. Here, power up. Here, this cube. You have to upgrade this cube. And there's more you can upgrade. He's higher level. Use this energy. And there's more you upgrade. This is kind of frost resistance, they call it. The higher, every tier they have a minimum you need. So I'm 381. Just so you guys have an idea. Crossfield. So to next I need 600. Just so you guys have an idea. And the boss is different also. You see The price is much better. So each tier they have a different boss. Different types, better drops, everything. So it's kind of crazy. The monsters also. Look, they suggest 3 million of CP. It's crazy, right? I think I never seen this high upgrade. Ah, here the boss. Wow. This is the boss of this tier. This is the boss of this one. Dark type. So you see, some stuff is already translated. So I'm not be surprised if they launch this. They launch like October, so it's not that far, actually. So that's how it works, the system. And I show you guys around how it works. You just press this button here and you can start to kill the monsters. This is the easiest part. Let's just make an example. Let's put blue here. So you see the drop, the energy. I just got in one, right? So you can turn off every 30 seconds when you are not attacking something. So in 15 seconds I can change to not discount my time. So let's see. They can attack me. So let's turn off. Or I'm still in attack mode. Okay. So I show you guys. I just killed that monster. See, I just got one of energy. So here they show the time of the boss. The boss appear every 12 hours. If I'm not wrong, 12 hours. So let's try to beat these monsters. They're quite difficult actually. Let's activate. Yeah. Okay, I can deal with them. So you see I got 2 energy. 3 of this crystal that you can buy, dark magic crystal. 2. So it's quite good. And it's almost the most difficult area, actually. So that's how it works, the crossfield. It's very fun place to go. There's another layer of upgrade we can have. So I explain how this, just to show you guys the importance of that familiar. So let's go out from here. So that's the crossfield. I hope this explains a little bit how it works. So what this familiar exactly do and why he's interesting. So I show you guys Nungoma. I show the video of him. So here's the trailer. Here's our friend Nungoma. Yes. So they said that he's very good for engineer actually. They even put the engineer together. So he's a kind of defensive familiar. So here they say it's like it's good for crossfield. Some combinations. So other type of familiars. So later I explain also why this familiar is very interesting for engineers. Here is in the familiar arena. Some combinations of things. He's very defensive one. So some combinations. You put him in the front or in the back. He fits very well in different things. I feel not many people invested on him actually. Look in the Koreans. Yes. So that's the Nungoma. In Japanese they call Kanli. I'm not sure which name they use, guys. Sorry about it. We don't have a translation yet. If you guys play the original game, I'm not sure if he's on the original game. You guys please leave a comment and teach me. I tried to search and I couldn't find. So the little explanation is a defensive water type. Is a powerful defender who provides a barrier. and they say especially useful for engineers, and boosts both you and your path when it's in crossfield. That crossfield dungeon I just showed you guys. So the only way to get it is by the gacha. No egg hatching, no timing, and then any other way is not a part of any special event. Oh, that's a new thing. So his stats. When you awaken, the boost he gets. You see a lot of defensive HP. That's good. Not bad. So what his passive do? Reduce damage from other familiars and boost your damage or defense in crossfield. So I think depends on the familiars you have. So at 0 awaken, he reduces damage from familiars in 4%. And at 10 awaken, 12%. And in crossfield dungeon, for each attack familiar in your party, in your build, boost the damage you do by 3%. Oh, interesting. So he's like Kuni effect basically, but just in crossfield. So for each defense familiar in your build, in your party, reduce the damage you take by 3%. And here is 7 and 7. But just in crossfield. If it was in the PvP or in general, it would be one of the best familiars ever. But I can feel like the game start to make very specific familiars for each area. So let's see his active skill. So it's 5 seconds, cooldown 39 seconds. So it provides a barrier that damages nearby enemies when destroyed. Oh, that's good. Since if you are grinding, the monsters always are around you. And boost damage dealt at crossfield monsters. So another thing for the crossfield. So Awaken 0 provides a barrier that lasts for 5 hits. 5 hits. If it destroys, they are 123, okay. For 5 seconds, boost damage dealt by player and other party members to crossfield monsters. So that's good. Helps a lot. And 10%, but 10 Awaken is so hard to get, guys. I think almost nobody have this familiar at this point. So hard. So anyway, it's very strong. So let's see in the arena. The duration is 10 seconds, his skill. Cooldown to 28 seconds. Increase resistance on nearby familiars to crowd control effects. So he can go rampage also. That's good. For 10 seconds, increase nearby familiars resistance to crowd control effects. 50%? Oh my god! That's a lot. And so many familiars have this crowd control. People use a lot. And it's 100%? Oh my god. For 10 seconds, Kuni goes a rampage while normal attacking. It boosts his attack by 10%. Attack speed. It's kind of similar. Kuni have something. I don't know. Kuni is like he do some attack and the next is more stronger. Attack speed 5%. Okay. Stacks to 5 times. So let's see what it suggests here. His synergy and suggested builds. In general, a solid defender and the engineers synergize very good. The ones that use barrier mastery, that's a passive. So it makes the engineer a little more tanky. So its primary usage is the crossfield. And it gets better abilities there. Boost you and your party, damage output. The active skill provides extra boosts to either attack or defense, depending on your familiar lineup with its passive. But that's one cool thing to point out. He just gives support for attack and defensive familiars, not support ones. So PvE and bosses. If you can time the barrier right, it can protect you several heavy hits from bosses. So it can help you to survive. And the end game have very strong bosses actually. So outside crossfield lacks passive skill and has little synergy with others familiars. And consider that we have other more flexible familiars like mountain lion and bunnybot. Maybe he's too specific for crossfield. If he was outside, his passive outside the crossfield, you'll be one of the best familiars so far. So the barrier and damage reduction is very useful in PvP, but mostly crossfield. So yeah, he's very specific. Maybe in arena he can be useful, because you can protect your nearby familiars on the buffs. And here say he do a lot of damage in the rampage mode. So that's it. Very peculiar familiar, right? Very specific actually. So I don't plan to summon him. Maybe if I had an engineer, maybe I use him. But I use all my tickets with my engineer. So I still will save my tickets. I have 500. I think I wait for the next familiar that will come in 3 days. Let's see if they bring something new. So that's a little summary about how it works the crossfield. If they follow the calendar, it came last time during the Halloween events. So I bet it will come around October, the crossfield. And this familiar just came now in Korea, so only next year. So I think that's it, guys. Hope this video was useful for you guys. To show a little about this familiar, I feel he's very specific, and the crossfield actually is not very big challenging, to be sincere. At least this one. But with him, that's one thing to keep in mind. They launched the new layer of the new tier of the crossfield. You need level 330. I actually now level 34. So this place might be very difficult. That's why you need that familiar, but I cannot tell for sure, but it might be necessary there. So just so you guys have an idea. So that's how it works, this familiar. If you guys have some questions about how CrossFit works or anything else, or this familiar or others, you can leave a comment. And I think that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you on the next video.